I'm Andrew Clyne, I'm based in London, and my business involves raising funds for either startup companies or funds, and occasionally project finance relating to infrastructure plays in different parts of the world. This is my first time at Startup Istanbul, and yeah, I'm impressed with the number of companies that Burex managed to get here, and there's a good mix of different applications and individuals from different parts of the world. So it's a good place to see a cross-section of new startups. Most of my activity is in Western Europe, so UK-based activities, or Germany and France. Occasionally I go to Israel, where there are a lot of tech startups, but they tend to be in more deep tech security. Startup Istanbul is one of the few events outside of Europe and North America that I go to, but it's a good place to come and meet a good cross-section of companies from other parts of the world, as well as Turkish companies. It ranks fairly favourably with a lot of the other events I attend. There are events in London which aren't as good, so yeah, it's doing a good job. What's special is the fact that you do find people from different countries. A lot of events in London tend to be fairly London-centric, and the same for Paris, Berlin, and other areas and regions. It's a good way of meeting a lot of companies from the Middle East and also further afield from Asia and also Africa. And you don't tend to get that mix in the same way in other countries. I'm open in terms of the sectors I would invest in, and so are a lot of my clients and the funds that I work with. But I tend towards investing in companies which have more intellectual property. So if it's a pure digital play, which is about winning customers in a consumer or business marketplace, then I'm concerned sometimes about the cost of customer acquisition. You come across a lot of digital startups who will say there's an addressable market of X, but they don't tend to say too much about the cost of acquiring each customer, and that generally can be a problem for a lot of companies. They'll get a certain amount of traction and then it stalls, and then you need a lot of marketing funds in effect to drive further market share, and that can be difficult. The most important things are the addressable market, the size of, and access to the technology they're applying to it, and also the people in the company. I mean, you can add to the people in the company, but sometimes you find that a lot of companies are technically founded and they don't necessarily have the right commercial skills in the company to make the sort of dream become reality. And that's one of the biggest sort of challenges. Also, the funds that they are looking for. Some people will go out too early and look for too much money before there's much market validation. And you start to question how commercially minded they are. I've met a couple of them, but I haven't met the startup I want to invest in yet. There were a couple that I heard during the pitches a little while ago, which sound promising, so I'll go and talk to them later.